Hi guys, how are you doing? Hope you are doing great. Oh guys, let's make some stew. This is 3 months. The last two I made was June. Yeah, if I took my exam. So the stew lasted for 3 months. So now we want to make another one. Yeah, guys, guess how much I bought these tomatoes, more especially those that lives in this Monique, Bayer Monique. Okay, without wasting your time, I got it for 10 euros. This is one full basket. I got it for 10 euro. In case if you are interested, you can just holler me. I'll give you updates. I'll tell you the warehouse that I normally get those tomatoes. And this particular one, this tomato in particular, is not normal regular tomato. This one is quite different. With this tomato, this particular tomatoes, you can never taste all this sour taste in tomatoes. You will not get it from this one. They call it round tomato. There are two types. This one round, the other one I don't know. Is the other one normally is a long, as in the species. It's quite different. So if you're interested, you can let me know. I will put you through. And they also sell onion. I would have buy one full 12 kg of onion, but what I bought that day was actually big, so I couldn't do that. I have so many things that I carried that is overweight already, so that's why I couldn't buy the onion. So can you imagine 12 kg of onion? But even I got it, it's 15 euro, and it's very very big, as in each ball is very big. So you need to, maybe divide it. So over here I'm blending the tomatoes already. This video was actually big, so but I said let me minimize them and do voiceover so that it will be shorter or it will not be boring to watch. So I've blended almost half of the tomatoes. Yeah, more than half of the tomatoes. So here I decided to add little one, then also put my ginger, garlic, peel my ginger, garlic, and a little bit of onion. Yes. So you can see that this is the pepper. I used this one. I used only this one because it's fresh Cameroon pepper. So this particular one went a long way. So I added them. You see, I'm peeling my ginger and garlic. So in this, where what I was saying, yeah, this particular place, I was asking a question. There are people that normally I came across one video on Facebook. The person used garlic to make breadfruit. I was like, why? So I asked a little sort of questions here. I asked people if you are using crayfish to make your stew. They should give me opinion. Go to my previous video, you can see that. So that was the question I was asking while peeling this garlic. As you can see, I was doing it gently. That was the question I was asking. So here we peel. I wasted time here because the question was so long. I asked so many questions. So many questions. Even sometimes some people will just make tomatoes, try to cook tomatoes. They will just, after blending, they will sieve out the water and waste it like that. No, if I'm not cooking the water to dry, I'll just, after cooking the tomatoes without blending, I'll sieve out the water, then use the water to cook the meat. Yeah, to boil the whatever protein and what I'm using for the stew. I'll use the water to cook them. So that means my tomato water did not waste. That is it. That was all I was seeing here. Oh, I wasted a lot of time while asking some questions. In making up as well, yes, I asked some questions in making up. Do you add crayfish? Yeah, why making up? Which I said here that for me is totally no. Because if you add crayfish while making up, you are making different thing altogether. Because even the smell only, okpa doesn't need anything, any ingredient, just salt and pepper. And uziza, that one is optional. The another question I asked here was potash. Yeah, I was advising people not to eat potash. Potash is not healthy. It's not good for your health. Instead, you use ungo. That's what we call ungo. You can use that one as well. So after peeling garlic, onion, that one wastes time. Garlic and ginger. So I decided to add this particular onion, just one bulb, because I don't have enough of them. So it's the whole onions that I have in the house is what I actually use for this cooking, which came out great. So we proceed to blend all of them. After peeling, I wash them all, then blend together, then add it to the tomato, blended tomato that was trying to drain through heat, through fire. Here. So this is it. This tomato was actually big. When I mean big, I keep cooking. When that one goes down, I'll add another one. I was doing it bit by bit, because I'm trying to use this particular pot to boil them first before I bring out the main pot that I used for the stew. So over here, I decided to make special stew today by using cow leg. I added this cow leg. You can imagine this cow leg in your stew. You know that side that normally brisket bone, that brisket bone side, when you suck it, you can have some taste of the stew, some taste of ingredients inside the bone. That's what, and even some part in the cow leg. There is one particular thing, I don't know the name. It's like when you overcook it, it will form like gummy. But when it's just medium, between overcook, just when you cook it normal and you eat the stuff, it's normally sweet. I love it. So I added, that's why I use this. The other meat that I used for this stew was shaki. I don't know, for lately I've been using shaki. Whatever beef or protein I added to my whatever meat or protein I added to my stew, I must add this shaki. So over here, I was checking the cow leg, and for here you can see the picture, the video. It has done the way I want it. It's not overcooked. It's just normal. And then I separated it from the tomato paste that I made earlier. So over here is the meat that I was talking about. I used turkey, then I used shaki, and I used cow leg. This is the three meat that I use. So this process is already done. I've cooked them already, so I'm trying to separate it to bring out I'm trying to bring out the what's it called, the turkey. Okay, I just explained everything. Then now I want to start the frying of the stew. Of course, I've cooked it already. I've drained the water already, so I will not fry it. I don't like frying too much of my stew. So you can see my olive oil there, my extra virgin oil. I've added it to the pot, and I'll add my onion. While using olive oil to cook, you don't need to make your oil to heat too much before you start putting anything. It's not good. So I stirred the onion, to infuse the flavor before I start adding my tomatoes. This is what I was doing here. I stirred it for 2 seconds before putting the tomatoes. So you can see that. You can see how it's going over here. You see the stew. You can see it. It's a big stew that I made. It was a very, very, very big. The tomatoes was big for 10 euro. And if you notice, I didn't add anything paste. It was just fresh, everything fresh. Both tomatoes and the pepper that I used, all of them was fresh. So here is my curry leaf. This curry is in my garden, my little garden here. Then I use them fresh rosemary, as you can see on this video. So I just peel both of them, wash them. No need of cutting it, slicing it, because it was small. It's not that too big. So just washed it and added it that way. Then the next thing I did, started adding my spices, my ingredients, more of herbs. Yeah, I added more of herbs here in this stew, like oregano, cumin, basilicum. What next? Thyme. Yeah. What's it called? Nutmeg, powdered nutmeg. I love it in stew and jollof rice. What else did I add? I add small, what's it called? Small bouillon. Added bouillon. Add my curry powder. I'm using masala products curry powder. This is the greatest ever. I always got it from Nigeria, so if you're in Nigeria, you can check it out. I'm not doing advert, but I'm praising good stuff. So I tested and fried for some minutes ago again before I start adding my water. So I just allowed it here. You can see that there is two otago kayade. Otago kayade. Here is my stock and the shaki. I added it. Everything in. What else? The water was small, so I have to get more. Doing voice over, my son is here kissing me. I tasted for salt, season cube. I know I have not added that. I have to add season cube. Add salt. What else do I not add? Then my cow leg, my special cow leg. Then that onion, I added just half of it. Now I added the last one. So now I've graded the turkey. So most times I don't fry. I more of grade. I do more of grade. Yeah, this turkey I've graded it, and after grading, you don't know. If I tell you I didn't fry it, you don't know. I'll just after grading add inside of your stew. That is it. Then turn. You can see that when I'm turning it. After turning, I have to cover. Got to cover. After, you can see it's giving 10 over